Let me know where you are joining from. And if you're joining from with your cacao or a herbal tea or some water, that'll be awesome. Just streaming this on. Hi, Star Seeker. How are you doing? All right, let me know, guys, who is in with your cacao. And how are you doing? I have been hearing a bit of overwhelmed week for some, or sleepless night. I think throughout the day, I heard from 4 people, sleepless night. So how is it? I'm well, I always miss your cacao session. Glad I'm here. Perfect. So are you joining with your cacao? Mm. Mm. And where are you feeling your emotions? I am lovely. The way we'll do is we'll be opening up with the cacao ceremony. And I'm going to show you a few things or connect on few things that might be resonating with you. We'll be having interactive conversations because generally the medicine leads us into the conversations as well. I have been doing cacao ceremony for over a year and a half now, and by myself or in a group settings. And this has been a complete change in the way I do my meditations or I practice my healing sessions as well. And now I'm feeling more ready to share the space here on Insight Time or with some cacao. And for those who are not joining with cacao, totally okay to join in with the energy of the plant medicine because this beautiful medicine has a spirit in it. Like, all our plants have this energy. We are invoking into it as we are here standing on the earth. The energies of it can be consumed through even the thought of it. Yeah. If anyone is joining with whatever the herbal teas you have, like generally I would, the closest I would ask is the rose, but any herbal teas that you're joining or just a glass of water even, we can infuse those intentions. There is nothing much better than when we do with an intention. And that's the most important thing, right? When you even speak with someone with an intention, it's so beautiful, so connected as well. So let me know, guys, where you're joining from. And is it the evening for you or the morning? A very good time for you. My name is Sri Manju, and I do come here on Insight Timer, usually with cacao, full moon, new moon meditations, Reiki healing, and Akashic records meditations as well. So if you're tuning in, do give a follow. If you're totally new to me, I love to connect with you guys. All right, so I'll play some music so we can begin because I like to drink it warm. All right, just a moment. I'm going to play some music. Hi, Mary from Virginia. Lovely. Can you all hear the music? Let's confirm. Music is soft. Perfect. Lovely. Just about what we need. All right. Okay. So as long as you're not driving, this is perfectly good time to take in and lead in with the beautiful meditation. Gently closing your eyes, bringing your mugs or your palms, if you're not carrying anything with you, placing your hands on your heart center or one palm on your heart and the other one on your belly. feeling connected to yourself, breathing in and out, setting an intention with this beautiful plant medicine where it wants to lead us, take us on a journey to open our hearts and connect us with our own souls, with our purpose, with our meaning. Taking another nice deep breath, loosening up your jaws, feeling the connection of your feet on the Mother Earth, the grass, the carpet, or the wood. Feel the energies going down inside the Mother Earth, anchoring you, rooting you at this very present moment. Pulling in the spirit of Mama Cacao. Energies to be infused in your beingness, in through your cups, activating, calling in to meet where you are at your moment of your life. And gently blowing your intentions into your mouth. Welcoming her elixir, taking your first sip. Feel the energy of it gently growing down your throat, inviting the spirit to welcome, soften, heal, opening up your throat center, your heart center, and gently feeling that warmth in your belly. Inviting the energies to meet where you are, inspiring you, clearing your path with anything that's not serving you right now, allowing you to expand your cells to heal, pulling in all the directions, north, south, east, west, with this beautiful medicine, opening, awakening, and dropping into your beingness. Taking your second sip. Feel that energy is allowing to expand your breath, knowing that you're more than who you are, welcoming the new ideas, the new growth, clearing up things that haven't been progressing or working for you, or the stagnant flow of energies to be released, released, released. Calling in all the light beings, elemental beings, to be present here, join you in this energy transformation, consuming your next sip. Feel the connection on your heart center and visualize a beautiful cosmic diamond light spinning around your heart center, opening up. Feel that energy spin. Your strengths, connecting to who you are beyond the layers that you have placed on. Asking the plant spirit to take you on a journey where you're ready to meet your higher self, feeling, sensing, and drawing in the information that is purposeful and meaningful at this moment of time. Imagine through that beautiful cosmic spin of light, You're gently going in, portal where you are meeting your higher self. You see your higher self in a holographic view. Connecting. Feeling the radiance of the energy. And know that you're receiving the guidance through your clear senses, through your presence, through your body, through your spirit. Notice that tingle sensations running through your body. The transition of the knowledge and information that is coming down, connecting to your blueprint, expanding your vortex to integrate with all this new information that is coming down or shown to you. Giving yourself the permission with this expansion, remembrance, energizing yourself with new ideas, new scripts that you're giving yourself, new affirmations. And coming out of this beautiful integration through this cosmic diamond light back into your body. Yes. Expansion of your heart center. Imagine a beautiful rainbow bridge being built from your heart center and towards the end of the rainbow. Notice your projects, your dreams are receiving this beautiful new enlightenment energies and thoughts and clarity. That bridge back into your heart space. The Mama Cacao, the healing energies, your higher self, the plant medicine, all the elements, the directions, the gratitude to your own self, to anchor, to hold the space, to recharge, clear up and upgrade. Taking a nice deep breath and out. your feet, your breath, your palms, feeling the energy of the mug, the warmth. As you open your eyes with a smile, radiating that smile back to you, feeling that calmness. And if you have some cacao or bubble tea, take your time to finish in. And any inspirations that have come through, make sure you're making a note of it in your journal. Deep breath. Welcome back. How are you feeling? Gentle deep breaths to welcome yourself back. This is inviting yourself to have a little ceremony by yourself every single day. And sometimes it doesn't need to take like an hour of a meditation, but to have some connection that will fuel up. It's like putting gas and you will run for a few kilometers through it. That is this recharge that's coming up. Yeah. And this is an habit that I created through cacao since a year and a half. And that really anchors before the day, because sometimes when we wake up, if you got a busy run of things, we do feel overwhelmed. We do feel so much happening that we can't be ourselves, as if like our duties are carrying us and there is no sense of who we are. With that, having a little ceremony, just lighting a candle, it could be, or just making your drink, and of course, not alcoholic ones. Anything with the herbs or the plant medicines that helps us to recharge with a new set of rhythms. I also feel this creates some, not only I feel, but it's also been proven because cacao has a serotonin, theobromine, and which helps us in creating these happy moments, happy thoughts, or really uplifting light thoughts as well, which we need sometimes. It's struggle. I haven't met anyone who doesn't say that it hasn't been a struggle to be like positive constantly, or being having a smile constantly, right? That is our life. Like we'll have up and down even throughout the day multiple times. But this helps us, like, reminding us, like, okay, right now I have my tools in my toolbox, let me bring them. And then the next moment, you're more yourself, you're more of less baggage, that you are able to connect to yourself deeply. And it does help in the creative side with expressions as well, because as it opens up the heart and the womb are opened up, your sacral chakra is your creative desires, expressions, and new ideas come in. If you're working in a day job, like back to back with meetings, brainstorming, this is a great way to infuse ourselves, because sometimes we feel stuck. I can't think of new ideas. They're not coming through. Nothing is working for me. And here, like, trust me, even after like a couple of sips and just going into a slice short meditation, you'll feel, oh, I didn't even think about this other person that I can consult and get through my project, the turbulences that I'm having. So the drop in of information comes through. And you might be noticing a lot of people are talking about like plant medicines, like, they're all coming back to help us with the ascension, with the shift in the earth's frequency, as like co-creators who can help, like, these medicines, these plants do have the spirits, and they are here connecting, saying, hey, I'm with you. You're not alone. You don't need to do this alone. A lot of us do feel like, such a baggage. I need to do everything. I need to fix everything. It's me, and this helps us to disconnect, who else is in our team? How can I be better functioning? And this is the energy of it that we are drawn to. How is everyone feeling? Are you all back? Let me know by those love hearts or in the message. And sometimes it's good to drink if you feel anxious, overwhelmed in the evening, to allow you to gently relax in as well. Or some people feel better when they have it in the day. So you have a fuel up running. Yeah. And that's really helpful as well. I preferred it in the morning other than on the moon circles or when I do here inside time or in the evening. But definitely a lot of people that come in for the circles, cacao ceremony circles that I hold, they sleep better and always intense as well. Yeah. Sometimes it could be dreamy as well. Come here, lovely. Did you join us with a cacao or a herbal tea? I'm curious to know. Thank you for those beautiful love hearts. It's like a refresh for us. When I do talk about it, I do connect to different diverse cultures as well. Some of the cultures, it has been given as a normal drink as they were growing up as well, which they didn't understand the energetic value of it. Now it's been packaged differently and being said differently. And this refer back like, oh, this was our superfood. We didn't even realize. We thought it was a poor man's food, So yeah. So you had the tea. Great, lovely. And I felt the same thing, if you're having with a blue lotus, Damiana, or a rose tea, it's quite intense as well, that you'll feel that inspirations or like your nervous system calming, and then you feel the flow of it. But as I'm a cacao practitioner, so we were also shown, it does, if someone is on antidepressant or heart medications, maybe not ideal, you can start slow or small quantities, or if you're on a higher dose of antidepressants, to maybe not have so much as well. Yeah. The reason is because we are having medications which are creating the serotonin levels, the happy hormones, and this one naturally creates in. So it just cancels out, or not to have the dairy as well, dairy products, because that doesn't allow the digestion to happen. Some people feel nausea as well. Yeah. So just a little thing to watch out for. And I do have some podcast up on Inside Timer about the cacao. If anyone is interested, do listen to it. Yeah. So let me know how your energies are so we can infuse and go deeper on any topic that you're having. Any questions? And it's perfectly okay for children, of course, smaller doses, smaller quantities, teenagers as well. Not everyone likes because it's quite bitter. I do add local honey that makes it even more tastier. When do you suggest to drink the tea? It depends on what kind of a tea it is. Some teas kind of activate you. You don't need to have those teas late in the evening because you might be super active to do things. Chamomile or lavender might be ideal in the evening. For me, I try to take the rose, damiana, or blue lotus and nettle cleansing ones in the daytime so I can process and see the benefits out of it. I definitely don't like to be awake later. So yeah. And peppermint is quite good as well to soothe at before your bedtime. Cacao helps with a lot of things, Marcy, in terms like clarity, creative thinking, healing, heart opening, because it's like a flow of mother's energy that heals us and that connects. So say, for example, if someone is going through a grief or a loss of any sort, it could be or a heartbroken. It could be like, feeling alone or kind of a sad energy. This really fills us, like filling our own cup, fills our heart and heals us, that we feel like, understand those energies and move with it rather than stack out of our system and move forward. And then we realize, oh my God, we have got so much to do healing. It really, other ways I've noticed is by healing our emotions from the past and giving the new ideas as well. Yeah, I do different kind of a painting after my cacao. It's more intuitive painting. I do light language and light art as well, light codes after cacao, because it's like I'm not conditioning myself. I'm giving permission for the flow to happen. If not, like, our logic brain questions, is this right? Is this even like, doable? Am I like crazy to do these things? Because our left brain could be super like holding it. Yeah. Peppermint tea, yes, it's great for calming digestive system, and if someone has migraines as well. Yeah, I have cacao powder. How do you make it? It depends on like what kind of a cacao powder is. Someone has shown me is from the Costco. For anyone here in US, that's a quite processed. Like, I try to get like something very ceremonial, which is not processed at all, or hand roasted. Those are the things like, I like to look for where it comes from. This is the one that I get, Kids Cacao. If anyone is interested, if you place in Experience Healing in the checkout, you'll get some discount as well. So this one, I have been to them in Guatemala and have witnessed like, how the process is. It's done by mostly women there. And in that community, they take home the beans, hand roasted in their kitchens, and then get into the grinders where it's been made into a paste with a very low heat. So all the cacao butter and everything is still intact, like nothing is being separated, and then packaged. So very like only 3 or 4 steps fermentation, then roasted and then made into a paste, like, so it's quite nice. You need to know your origins of anything, like, that's what for me is the authentic way. Yeah. So, and then you make the powder, and or you chop it. It comes in a brick and you make into a powder form and store it, and use 2 spoons, or if you have a measuring scale, like for this one, the recommended is 28 grams for a normal servings. I do it in a NutriBullet or a smoothie mixture, where you add the powder, you add some cayenne pepper, some honey, and cinnamon or ginger powder, anything that you feel the spices to, but simple is good as well. And you whisk it with some warm water, and that's it, consume. You need to use some warm water or like hot water, not that you'll burn your fingers, because then this will melt beautifully. Yeah. And that's ready to serve. I do have a video on my YouTube, how to make your cacao drink as well. Again, you need to feel like, I have tried few other brands. They didn't do anything. Some had high caffeine. That really didn't allow me to sleep, or I was feeling more anxious as well. So do try a couple of things. Like, this one, a lot of people have recommended, and then I tried with a skeptic mind. And now this is what I would always go with. And this guy, Keith, he channels in where the cacao beans or the forest is, and then brings those beans, and then allows the whole next process to come in. He speaks to the spirit of the plant, and she guides him. Marcy, you mean for the peppermint, right? The leaves. How is everyone feeling? No, for the leaves. Leaves off. Any questions on cacao? Happy to connect. Definitely, it helps us to raise our consciousness. Meditations are quite deep. A lot of people do say that as well. I've witnessed it as well. Anyone thinks like, we have a clutter brain, a lot of chatter happening. After a couple of sips, you notice like you zoned in, like all that weight has dropped out. So those thoughts are not really disturbing us. We do connect to ourselves. Yeah, beautifully. Definitely. And a lot of energy has improved. Someone doing running, fitness, yoga, you feel the stretches are more deeply, like you can be there. And the sustainability of your energy is for a long time as well. You don't need a cafe. I have quit my, or not quit, I would say. I don't feel any more like, the sugar cravings or like caffeine cravings as well, which really help because you're listening to your body. We are giving our body something to heal and recover as well. Journal writing is quite easy after cacao as well. You can write pages and pages if someone struggles, like, the flow is happening. I don't know if anyone witnessed right now as well. If you felt like information, for me, automatic writing works in my meditations rather than like afterwards trying to process and write it. At the moment, I do try to write. Yeah, that helps as well. Love cacao in my smoothies. As long as your smoothies don't have the milk, dairy products, it's great because dairy products and cacao don't go well. And also like the tradition of the hot chocolate, like, it's not supposed to be with the milk, but nut-based milks are okay. The one that I like is Keats cacao. It's from Guatemala. Perfect. No milk. Yes, that's the ideal way to consume. Yeah, I do see one of my friends, she uses the same cacao into her oats as well, like, and consumes it with the oats in the morning, like, yeah. So perfect. Like I do protein balls as well with it. They're great. Like, my kids don't like the cacao drink yet. They do have a sip, that's it. Like, but for them, the protein balls are great. They love it. Like, they can eat one or two a day and perfect. And they haven't noticed their exams, like, or the test or run through the day as well. It's much easier. They have that uplift of the energy in between when they consume. Yeah. And which I didn't even say to them. They were giving me the feedback, like how they were feeling. That was really interesting. Yeah. The teenagers, when they share back, like that is really worth it. How are you guys? Experience healing. Or send me a message if it doesn't go through. I'll share the link, but experience healing. That's my business name. Anyone having any rough nights recently? Have you been feeling like overwhelmed with so much to do and very little time? It's like wishing the time to slow down. Always. You know what? I do this technique with the time where I'm under pressure, I have a lot to do, is like I intentionally ask the time to slow down. And trust me, it does work. And I feel like I'm more productive in that 1 hour and I can do so many things. Whereas when I'm ease, I don't feel so much and the time is just like whiling away. Yeah, give it a try. Just talking to the time itself. Hey, can you slow down for an hour? I need to finish these and these. I need to submit by this time. Actually, it does work. Whenever I remember, I do say that. Yeah. Yes. And I started saying no, stop taking calls and saying yes, yes. And the other bigger thing is like, I was feeling overwhelmed for a couple of days. And then um, we were having this conversation at house, and my husband was saying, don't you feel like the phone is distracting you? Yeah, we all know, but someone saying is not ideal, right? I said, okay, I'll trust and listen to he meant to. So I said I'll trust and listen to him, and so I kept my phone away, like face down and far away from me, and started finishing a lot of things until I was reminded that, oh, I need to check my phone, and then I realized, like, I spent 15 minutes on the reels, which were not even productive things. At the end, I realized, like, why did I even spend 15 minutes there? The time is going so fast. It's up to us how we put those little boundaries in what we want to what we are being distracted to, and that's where the frustration was coming in, because I was not setting myself with a goal that I want to achieve, like 4 things in that an hour, but I was being distracted with something else. And that was just in the moment, they are taking us for making us forget something else, but not being beneficial. It could be TikTok for someone, or YouTube shorts. It could be anything, the distraction is quite in our face as well, that we are not able to connect. Like, even doing the online courses, I don't know how many of you are feeling that, when you subscribe to something online courses, we are not able to stay in attention even for that 1 hour of our online courses. We are feeling distracted, and then we feel like, oh, what I'm doing, I need to go back and listen to it. Our focus span is so cut short. Yeah, again, setting an intention of, like, why is I'm doing it, what is my purpose with it, and how to do it. Because, like, I used to run 2 days of workshops back to back for 8 hours, and we had never that trouble before pandemic, but now everyone has been tuned differently and coming back differently. So saying no to you, what is not serving you, and taking time really helps us. And speaking to your time, saying, hey, cut short, hold on, and let me do my work. You got to be the upper hand with your time management, and the time will slow down in that moment. It's all that time is an illusion in a way, because when you look back, do you ever feel mm, like over the weekend we were away and coming back, I felt like, oh, we are already back. But in another moment, after an hour, I feel like, oh, that trip was a long time ago, even though it was less than 24 hours. Do you ever feel that? And that's where, again, echoes, time is just an illusion, nothing more. It's about how we use it, how we want to work with it and be friends with it, rather than against, like fear as well. The fear is great if you use it rightly. If not, the fear can consume us, take away our potentials. And if the fear is coming, it's good time to ask, is this a good fear, or do I feel yucky about this fear? When you feel good, it means it's allowing you to step up, do something different that you have never done. Like when you go on to those rides in fun parks, there's a little bit of fear, like, oh, I don't know what to expect, no, oh, this is beyond my stretch. But when you go and do it and come back, right, you feel so good, your adrenaline rush, and you want to go back again. Again, when you do 10 times, there is no more fear, right? You have been creating that habit of doing something, expanding your boundaries over and over and over. But new things, when it's good, go for it. That means you're expanding, you're stretching, you're doing something fun with yourself, that you're creating a new memory in yourself. Make fear your friend rather than our enemies. Fear is good sign. And asking where it is coming from is important too. Have I never done this? Okay, let's get excited and do it. And sometimes I do write down, like, what's the worst can happen? What is the good it can happen by doing a particular thing, and you always notice, like in the head, you'll always be focusing on the worst. When you write it down, the worst things are only 2 or 3. The more are the benefits that are coming out of it. And the writings that you do are always like trusting, because in the head is a spin of things, same happening. You don't even know the difference between which one to act on. How is everyone feeling? So yeah, if this has inspired you to check out about cacao, how it can help you. Oh yeah, other thing is the brain fog as well. Brain fog has cleared, lifted since taking in, because it's again like into your energies to be consistently in the flow frequencies. And sleep is better too. So like overall your health, like you are nourishing yourself with a lot of nutrients as well. It is one of the it's adaptogens, and it's one of the ones that has the magnesium as well, like, which we need for our bodies, again, for your legs or for your body, your stamina, everything. And also the potassium. What happened was, like, I was on diuretics and the doctors were giving me potassiums. And before I was getting onto those tablets, they did run my test and they said, oh, you actually have it. That's surprising that with all the diuretics, you still have a good potassium in your body. You don't need these supplements. They were surprised. And I said, like, I'm on to cacao and it has all the nutrients. And like, the old cardiologist, she didn't agree with it. But the new one said, like, she does cacao ceremonies as well, the new cardiologist. And she said, that's fantastic. Like, go on, don't stop it. Like, yeah. So it does definitely help us into our vitamins and energizing our stamina and potential of our body as well. Whoever has joined with the tea, water, and cacao, I wish you, like, with the energy of the medicine and the plant spirit, to have the creative portal open up through your night or through your day, if you're joining in from the other side of the world, to be nourished with these new thoughts, new ideas to be flowing in. All right, placing your palms onto your heart center, taking a nice deep breath, thanking the energy medicine, thanking yourself, thanking this beautiful insight timer to hold the space and the portal for us. Thank you to each one of you. And may you shine the light into the world, into your communities that you are already building up. Remember, you are worth it and your smile matters. And today is the World Smile Day, so keep smiling and spreading that smile to everyone. If you're drawn for it, give a follow. And also, if that draws your energy for an energy exchange, a donation maybe. And I do have a couple of sessions this week on Akashic Records and Full Moon. Do click follow so you get that reminder as well. Thank you so much for tuning in and connecting and holding the space together, because being together is so important and we can collectively send the healing back to Mother Earth. Thank you, guys. Have a restful evening, night, or day, wherever you are. Lots of love, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. Namaste. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Thank you.